Facts Only Test Prep.
Welcome to Facts Only Test Prep. We're called Facts Only because we give you everything you need and nothing you don't when it comes to the SAT. So please enjoy the next video. Is this the one where I wear the wrong wardrobe?
Punctuation.
Hey everybody, it's Corey. I want to talk to you about punctuation. One really nice thing about the SAT is that if you know this one rule, then you can figure out almost any question involving punctuation surely by eliminating bad answers. This probably won't carry over to like your English class or your AP Lit class, so don't tell your teachers like, oh, I figured out the one rule that keeps you from having to do any of your homework. It's not that, but for our purposes, this might be all you need. We need to know the difference between a semicolon and a colon. So I'm going to draw this, and I want to use the question from SAT practice test number 2, section 2, number 14. It's linked on this video. You can pause and take a minute to get it. And now let's take a look at question 14. A colon looks like that. It's 2 dots. A semicolon looks like that, little dot over a comma. A semicolon is used to separate 2 independent clauses. An independent clause is a phrase that can stand alone as its own sentence. For instance, Corey drank the coffee, he had his pinky out. Corey drank the coffee could stand alone as its own sentence. He had his pinky out can also stand alone as its own sentence. Because of this, we need to separate those 2 clauses with a semicolon if they appear in the same sentence. If I say something like, Corey needed one thing, coffee. Well, Corey needed one thing can stand alone as its own sentence, but the word coffee cannot stand alone as its own sentence. In that case, we would separate the 2 clauses with a colon. So again, semicolon, 2 independent clauses, one on either side of the semicolon. For a colon, on one side of the colon, we'll have a statement. On the other side of the colon, we'll have immediate support or immediate evidence. And this leads right into question 14. Look at all of our answer choices, first of all. They all have the same language. It's tiniest, so you have different variations on the 2 words, it's and tiniest. Let's read the entire sentence. We always need context. It took me by surprise then when my favorite exhibit at the museum was one of its tiniest, the Thorn miniature rooms. Well, if we look at this first clause, it took me by surprise then when my favorite exhibit at the museum was one of its tiniest. That's an independent clause. If the clause that follows is also independent, we should be using a semicolon. The Thorn miniature rooms. The Thorn miniature rooms is not its own sentence. It's missing a verb. It's probably missing more than that. So because it cannot stand alone, we cannot use a semicolon. We're going to eliminate answer choice A because answer choice A uses a semicolon. So does answer choice B. Answer choice C uses a colon based on how much I've been talking it up. You probably got a guess as to what the right answer is. But rather than just choosing what we like, I want us to get rid of what we hate. Let's look at answer choice D. We have 2 things not to like in answer choice D. We have this comma instead of a colon. We also have the improper it's. We should not be using it apostrophe s. That means it is. It's not the possessive form of it's. So that's the disqualifier for D, and answer choice C is our correct answer. I do want to add one extra element to this lesson on punctuation today, which is that the only other judgment that you'll have to make as far as symbols go would be having to do with something like a set of parentheses. Parentheses are always paired. So if a clause begins with a parentheses, it needs to end with a parenthesis. The same is true with a set of commas or a set of dashes or hyphens. Other than that, you won't be asked to make a choice on punctuation because much of it is subjective. So don't think that a comma should go in there because a pause would be good, for example. Colon, semicolon, and then these pairs for removable clauses are all that you need to know in order to master the punctuation of the SAT. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure that you like us and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll get information on the new videos as soon as they're available. It helps us a lot. Also, visit us at factsonlytestprep.com. That's where you'll find links to the tests that I use in my lessons, along with some other resources that we prepared for you. Thanks and good luck.